All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Um, wow, wasn't today like crazy? It's just so good today. Played out actually almost perfectly to the trade plan. And we're seeing actually the something very similar for tomorrow, except this is a little bit more bullish. We should be continuing just to come up and then probably just break up to the upside. So I'm excited. I think that we're getting close. I mean, I really want it to break out tomorrow, but you know, we're still coiled up. We can be coiled up till tomorrow. We can unravel. Unfortunately, we could just unravel to the downside too, so that kind of sucks. But um, I do like this though right here. This little action that just happened. Let me point it out. This is what I like to call a little RSI reset. You see, like how we just went down 90 to 84, 6 points, but RSI dropped, like 76 to 30, like 40 points. So this is really good. It just means that we most likely just continue to go up. It looks healthy, at least on the 15-minute. And the higher time frames, I mean, we look good too. And I like this wave that we got going on right here. So we could see the next move up, you know, and then down. Maybe not so steep. So that gives me a lot of confidence in the upside for tomorrow. But as always, we just never know what's going to happen until it's happening. And then, just reading the candles and the price action. I mean, we could see, like yesterday, I could let you guys know what I was thinking. As soon as actually live streamed it, um, the initial reaction, and I was like, man, if this holds, we'll go up. Initially, I was looking for that bounce to 58, or I think it was 56 yesterday, and we quite didn't get it. And I went short because of this rejection we had on this moving average here. So yeah, this candle made it to 56. I think I was waiting for it to hit 58, and it didn't. And I saw this rejection right here, and this was like the bearish chance to pull it down past 20, but it didn't. We had the active failed breakdown right here, and Mancini was talking about. I didn't even think about it, but we bounced off of 24 and then tried again. So this was like a mini failed breakdown right here, because this was the low right here, and then made a new low and recovered. So, and technically, I mean, we're still going up from that still here. We're still up. We haven't broke that, so I guess it's still technically a active failed breakdown. So I did see that. I was looking for it to collapse right here, though. I ended up getting stopped out, though, so that was good. And then I think went long here somewhere to 70, because I was like, man, if we weren't gonna go down, next magnet, and it's been a magnet for so long, was 70. So we got to 70, and then we kind of just chilled. And I think I took one more play when I saw that we weren't gonna lose this candle again, because this is the main candle that I was looking at, to see if we were gonna break to the downside. I was actually, I think I had a short order like somewhere right here to capture it, because I was like, oh no, we'll for sure test 20 again and then break it. But we did it. We went up, so I decided to go long. I think I caught this action here, and then after that, I kind of figured that we were just exhausted, based off of RSI. I didn't really want it to go past 70 here too as well, so that was um, good, just because we start getting this little action right here, start going above 70 and start heading towards 90, then we start just running and gunning. But I personally didn't want that to happen, just because it limits the upside, target how high we can go. Um, Not only that too, but we got heavy resistance here, so running into this area here that I'm gonna talk to you about in a little bit, it enhances the short shot zones, or catching the top here. Rejection is like pretty high when we're running like that, and um, yeah, that didn't happen. When we cooled off, we actually build a little mini inverse head and shoulders right now. So, and then this is actively playing out right now. We got a bounce and a bounce, and we probably just keep going up. Um, and so, yeah, getting into overnight, and what we want to see tomorrow is, just flagging in this yellow zone. It's pretty similar to yesterday, and it skipped it. Trade plans probably gonna be similar until we break out of this range, um, which hopefully will be tomorrow, but we'll see. So yeah, we are in this. We want to flag out in this zone 98 to 70 still, and I have this red line because that's the that was yesterday's high. We don't want to break that until the morning. Hopefully PPI will give us a shot to break this, and start tackling this these resistance. The shelf resistance and the range resistance. Um, Hopefully that gives us enough juice to do that. But as far as bids, we want to. I mean, that same 58 bid is still available as long as we don't make a new high. So if we just dump from here, and break 70, go to 58, but then reclaim. So if we go to 70, we break it, but then we recover 70 here. The bid would a good bid would be here, as long as you see that it's getting reclaimed, and um, yeah. And so, like, a good example, just some of y'all are curious on what a level reclaim is. It's or acceptance. I mean, you can see this is kind of accepting 86 right here. Um, how we're it's resistance. We poked it, went down. We're still close to it though. We poked it and then we broke through it. We try to make it support here, but then we fell through, and we're currently testing it again. So as long as we're like zigzagging like this, this is kind of accepting the zone, and then eventually you'll see it break up to the upside, because that's all ES does is just go nothing but up. So this is kind of like a good example of what you would want to see, especially in the higher time frames. I mean, we can probably see it a little bit better here, where it's accepting this zone, getting ready to make another run to the upside. So that's kind of what you would want to see if you were going to bid this. If we went down here for some strange reason and then recovered here, we'd want to see a little bit of acceptance. I mean, it's such a magnet zone, so we could just go up. So this is still a decent bid for tomorrow. 70's like used up, so yeah, but below here we'll go back to 20 if we can't hold it, you know. And the ultra bull case for tomorrow is that we won't even backtest it. Really, we won't backtest this. We'll just continue to go up. We're already primed and ready to rock and roll to do a pretty massive, substantial, run to the upside. And but of course, if we don't, then and we do fail this, this is another, you know, failed breakdown bid that you could do. Um, is we just dump from all the way up there, take the lows out, and then recover. So it's the recovery that you'd be wanting to bid. Um, but this time, we could flush to 6,008 and recover pretty quickly. We'd want to see this recovery. If we don't, unfortunately, we're probably just gonna dump to 59, 57, which is like so far from where we're at. But that's where we're at right now. That's the pattern. That's the range that we're in. and getting ready to break to either side. So and it's the opposite side, you know. So this is pretty much primed and ready to go to the downside and to the upside. Um, so yeah, I'd be watching this. Um, and yeah, for the upside targets, we have this big cluster, this big zone here. We'll see how this happens. You know, we've based so well though that we can honestly take both of these out pretty good or pretty quickly and pretty easily. So I am curious. I mean, so if you counter trenders want to take a shot at um, shorting, you know, these would probably be the only two shorts on the counter trend side, you know. So this would be the only like break, you know, where you go up and then it just goes down. It might not even go down a full level, go down a little bit, but then go up. And we, you know, maybe test this one and above here, you know, it's the same case. We just basically go to all-time highs, you know, and it'll be pretty violent, you know. Kind of like the flush to the downside. Um, you know, if we do lose 20, it'll be pretty violent and just we'll just flush to 57 pretty instantly. Um, it's the same thing up here. We break 125 and we'll just kind of, you know, skyrocket and go to all-time highs. Uh, but for tomorrow though, I don't know. I mean, we could. It could happen tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, because look at all these tests. Um, it's getting a little bit worse on that 98 level. There's one, there's two, three, four. This is rocket fuel, honestly. This big, super big downside. So yeah, and I think it's a little bit clear on the 4 hour. I think I pointed that out uh, earlier when I had saw this. I mean, this is pretty clear and obvious inverse head and shoulders. And breakout targets for this would be, let's see, this is kind of like a rough estimate of how high it would go. Yeah, it looks like it's taking us to 62.33. And obviously it's not gonna happen, you know, in one day, but that's how powerful. That's what I was saying, like in the chat, where I'm like, yeah, this is gonna set up a multi-week, you know, whatever run. It's just gonna be massive, you know. It's not quite getting us to the megaphone target, which is now like 63.50 ish. Oh no, 63.430. Um, but yeah, you know, we are ready to go. So it's a little exciting, you know, when you see things like this. You see this structure um, built out like this. Now, I am the only other thing too is that you know, I'm like super bullish, and this does look like it wants to play out. If it doesn't, you know, it's going to be violent to the downside. So you do have a case for the bear side too. You know, you got these little hops on 20 that has been so strong. So you got one, two, three. That's the only thing that has it going for four. It kind of interrupted it right here. So this like little dip recovery kind of like ruins everything. In my opinion, it kind of invalidates it, but I don't know. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. We could very well hit, you know, all of these targets, but we could just stay here, you know, not break out and build it a little bit longer. That's the thing that I'm afraid of, is that we kind of just stay stuck in this range forever. Just like, this downward channel, which is possible, we could just keep doing that forever. Which, it is what it is. We take it, every day, level to level, trade to trade. But I see these things and I'm just like, man, I want to see it break out so bad. Anyways, yeah, hope y'all enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.